Okay, let's start from the bottom and back it up. Let's go to the bottom. And had anybody gotten to 13? Did y'all start with 13? All right, let's start with 13. It's the hardest one on the entire sheet. Now, I'm going to get my notes. I had put them away, but let me get my notes out so I can be sure that I follow the steps. Step number 1 is to factor the denominator only, okay? One of these denominators can be factored. So, thank you. There's just not a lot of room to write on this paper. But what I'll do is I'll keep my 5 and my y minus 3. I'll keep my plus 30. Go ahead and factor this to y minus 3, y plus 3. And then this is just going to be 1 over 1. So I factored the denominator. That's all I can do for that particular step. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is to state the restrictions. Again, we'll talk more about restrictions on Thursday. We should be getting faster with these restrictions. What can this y not equal? Positive 3, because what's 3 minus 3? 0. All right, this one cannot equal positive 3 because 3 minus 3 is 0. This one cannot equal negative 3 for the same reason. Now, are there any restrictions on this 1? No. A 1 is a 1. There are no restrictions on that. It is a 1. There's no x with it. There's no square root with it. There's nothing to restrict. All right, so looking at my rules, number 3, determine the LCD. Now, I'm warning you, it is helpful to write it down just to give yourself the mental space. So let's just start from the left. We need a y minus 3. Move over. We need a y minus 3, but I just wrote that, so I don't need to write it again. I need a y plus 3. And I need a 1. Well, would multiplying by 1 change anything? No, I'm not going to write that down because it's not going to change anything anyway. Back to my rules. Give the top and the bottom the missing factor. Okay? So let's go to Colin. Colin, what is missing? This is what we want. We want a y minus 3 and a y plus 3. What is missing on this first term? Y plus 3. Okay, so we need to give a y plus 3 to the top and a y plus 3 to the bottom. All right, Colin, let's stick with you. What is missing on this 30? Do we have the y minus 3? Where's Colin sitting? Yes. Do we have the y minus 3? Yeah. Do we have the y plus 3? Yeah. Yep. So we're not missing anything there. We'll just go on to the end. And Colin, what is missing in this denominator? It's missing both of them. So this one has got to have a y minus 3, y plus 3, and a y minus 3, y plus 3. It's missing both of them. Now, the worksheet does not have a lot of space. I think, as a matter of fact, I'll probably go to a sticky note just because there's just not a lot of room right there. All right, so I'm going to just put a little sticky note down here. Okay, back to my rules. Now, don't forget, I'm following my rules. Give the top and bottom the missing factor. I just did that. Number 5, I'm ready to combine. So I've got 5 and then a y plus 3, and then I've got a plus 30, and then I've got a plus 1 and a y minus 3, y plus 3. That's my top. I'm going to combine my top. And the whole point in what we just did was to get a common denominator. Now, Kayla, just read to me, what is the denominator here? Good. What is the denominator here? What is the denominator here? Okay, so we did our goal. We got a common denominator, which Kayla just read to us, is y minus 3 and y plus 3. We now have one big, humongous problem with a common denominator. Now, after this, You just got a bunch of little knick-knack, paddywhack, distributing, combining like terms, foiling, that kind of stuff. So very carefully, I'm going to distribute. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times 3 is 15. I can't do anything with the plus 30. Now, is distributing a 1 going to change anything? Nah, I'm probably just going to kind of ignore that that's there. Maybe scratch it out or not even write it. Now, I'm not going to lie. You can FOIL this if you want to. First, outer, inner, last. But let me show you a shortcut. We're way deep into this class. We're on like week 10 or 11. So we're like way past halfway. And at this point in time, it's always good to get some shortcuts. Think about this. This was the breakup story, y minus 3 and y plus 3. You can FOIL it if you want to, but just to save yourself some trouble, I'm going to tell you, what would happen if this is the difference of perfect squares, what if they got back together, or another way to think of it is, what were they before they broke up? What did it look like? Y squared minus 9, right? That's a shortcut. Now, you can FOIL them. You would have y squared plus 3y minus 3y minus 9 plus 3y and minus 3y are going to cancel, so you're going to get y squared minus 9. But that's a little shortcut right there. When you have the difference of perfect squared factored out, if you were to FOIL it, it would come back together as the difference of perfect squares. All right, now let's keep this denominator, y minus 3, y plus 3. All right, let's go to Justice up here. What would you do next, Justice? I would too. He said combine like terms on the top. I agree with him. So let's put the y squared first. All right, I've used that. Then we have a plus 5y right here. So plus 5y. And then I can combine these integers. So 15 plus 30 minus 9. 45 minus 9 is 36. I agree with you. Positive 36. Now, we're not finished. We're not finished. Because let's go back to our paper. All right. Number 5 says combine, which we just did. But number 6 says simplify, sometimes cancel. But we definitely need to simplify. We need to factor this numerator. This can be factored. This is a trinomial. Well, excuse me. Let me take that back. We want to try to factor if possible. Sometimes it's possible. Sometimes it's not. So let's see if we can factor this. We would need to multiply together to give us a positive 36, and we would need to add together to give us a positive 5. What numbers are tempting? What's really tempting? What would multiply together to give you a 36 and give you a 5, but the signs just don't quite work out for us? 9 and 4. 9 and 4 is tempting because 9 times 4 is 36 and 9 subtract 4 is 5, but the signs don't work. 12 and 3, no. 2 and 18, no. So is there anything that will multiply together to give us a 36 and add together to give us a 5? No. So that's it. You're done. Final answer. All right, I want to change it up. I was going to finish the flip book. We did not finish that last thing, but I think that's too much. So what I want you to do is for homework, I want you to finish this worksheet, or just these problems right here. 11, finish Tuesday, 10, what's today's date? 28, okay? So let's work on that. I think that would be a better use of our time than if I go and try to cram that flip book on you right now. So let's finish that for homework. If you'll finish that. I don't check homework much, but I think that would be a good, easy thing for me to check. Like I could just walk around real quickly and see if you got it. I can see Tom's almost finished right there. It'd be very easy for me to check it on Thursday. So I think I will make myself a note right here to check homework Thursday. Okay, because it'll be very easy for me to check it. Now, if you don't have room on there, I said right here, answers only on this paper, neatly numbered on the work on the back. You can put it on there if you can squeeze it on there, but I personally don't have enough room. Okay? All right, I'll see y'all Thursday. We'll finish that flip book, and we're going to review and have a quiz on Thursday. Thank you. Thank you. See you Thursday. Quiz at the beginning of the class? No, at the end. We're going to review, and then we're going to take a quiz at the end of class. All right, Mr. Matthew.